charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are! To your health. Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence, we must wait for our escort.
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
Васка хороший дуэлянт, который компенсирует недостаток защиты невероятной ловкостью и отлично управляется с пистолетами. Ага, ДД, значит. Это танк. Чуваки, а кто из нас хилом будет? Я не буду. Что за Рэмбо местный?
Captain Reuben?
Aye, the man himself. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
De Sade, legate of the merchant congregation. And I'm sure you know my companion.
Vasco. Oh, do not worry. The seahorse is in good hands.
I'm sure, Reuben.
What brings you here?
Спросить о его корабле.
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well as me. Did you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, Captain. Thank you.
Ага, отлично поговорили. Уже нажрался. Неплохо здесь так. Нетненько.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
О том, как он стал нафтом.
How did you become a Nord?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given. I was given to the Nords when I was a little child, for a reason I ignore. I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
I can't blame you. Most nobles are tiresome. I hope that I've managed to change this poor first impression of me.
You have? I was wrong about you. You are different. I should have realized that sooner. I hope you can forgive my manners. It was foolish of me. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Что у нас? Упс. Я отпороюсь у вас, чуваки. Или чё? Иля, как красиво.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Добрый день.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Медный район.
Excellency, welcome back to my modest shop. It is an immense honor for me to be of service to such noble clientele. What might I do for you?
Where do your products come from?
Most of the products that I sell are made in our beautiful nation. Clothing, boots, hats, all from our own craftsmen, with extraordinary workmanship. Ah, you have certainly noticed the blue in our linings. That is impossible to imitate, and we alone have the secret. Of course, we do ship in some foreign merchandise, most of which comes from Alsand. They are also extremely fond of blue, which makes our trading easier. You'll find all you need in our selection, whatever you need to be.
Нормально так. Что за вопросики? Важный объект. Переместиться. А вот и квартирмейстер. Так, что почитать есть. Константин Арсей. Сын князя Арсея второго брака. Ваш кузен. Отец, который так и не оправился от смерти своего первого сына, ненавидел его. Мать им манипулировала, поэтому юный Константин мог доверять только вам. Вы быстро сдружились и стали неразлучны. Константин умен, но капризен и своеволен. Отец назначил его своим наместником на Тирфради, чтобы проверить, сможет ли безответственный юноша справиться с управлением торговой империей, которую однажды получит по наследству. Константин прибыл в Новую Сирену и приступил к своим обязанностям в качестве наместника. Он рассчитывает на вашу помощь, и дипломатическую, и дружескую. Так. Госпожа Лорин де Маранж. Бывшая наместница, благодаря которой Новая Сирена всего за несколько лет превратилась из небольшой крепости в многолюдный город. Несмотря на то, что ее заставили уступить свою должность Константину, она решила остаться на острове и помогать ему в качестве советницы. Знания о Тирфради, которыми она обладает, могут пригодиться вам и вашему кузену. Придворные поговаривают, что я настолько заинтересовала культуру островитян, что она начала изучать их язык. Телема. Предстоятель Антониус. Посол Телемы в торговом содружестве, предстоятель и искушенный политик. Он приехал в Сирену несколько лет назад и все еще не утратил надежды обратить крупнейший город содружества в свою веру. Как и большинство дипломатов из Телемы, он состоит в ордене проповедников. Говорят, он покровительствует инквизиторам и часто оказывает им помощь. Какой альянс? Профессор из университета Альсада, несколько лет назад приехавший в Сирену в качестве посла мостового альянса. Ему было подручено убедить знатных торговцев и лично князя Арсея, чтобы те вступили в альянс. Но переговоры не увенчались успехом. Сейчас главная задача посла — защита экономических интересов альянса в этом регионе. Монетная стража. Нафты. Вы благополучно добрались до Новой Сирены, но в порту адмирал Кабрал списала Васка на берег, что стало для него тяжелым ударом. Васка, дарованный морю, но нафты всегда были для него семьей. За преданность гильдии и бесстрашие адмирал назначила его капитаном. Но он часто задумывается, как сложилась бы его жизнь, если бы в младенчестве его не отдали нафтам. Васка — превосходный фехтовальщик, в боях с сильным противником он пользуется отравленным клинком. Капитан Рубен. Новый капитан морского конька, сменивший Васка. Матрос уважает его как опытного мореплавателя, но считает нелюдимым и высокомерным. Такие запнутые люди, как он, редко встречают среди нафтов. Окрестности Новой Сирены. Новая Сирена была основана госпожой Лорин Маранж чуть больше 5 лет назад. Город вырос на месте небольшой крепости, которую колонисты Содружества построили незадолго до этого. Расположение в удобной бухте, на ровном расстоянии от городов двух других государств, способствовало быстрому росту и развитию этого молодого города. Новая Сирена воплощает в себе все надежды Содружества. Это прекрасное место для ведения переговоров, отправная точка для колонизации острова и, конечно же, центр поисков лекарства от Малихары. Окрестности Хикмета. Хикмет находится в восточной части острова. Здесь в устье реки высадились и основали город первые поселенцы мостового альянса. Неизвестное существо. Великан, пойманный на далеком острове Тирфради и привезенный на континент по морю. Его усыпили с помощью зелен, он проснулся до разгрузки корабля. Великан с кожей из древесной коры ослабел за время плавания и едва ли понимал, где находится. Но ему хватило пробить трюм корабля и вырваться на волю.
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you. Greetings. You look like someone who would know how to use a blade. If you're looking for the best steel, you're in the right place. Weapons, armors, ammunition, I have it all. And if you have a special request, my associates will be glad to make it for you.
Заказ.
Want armor that fits you like... Oh.
Харизма +1.
We'll make it for you.
Have you ever been to Hikmet? It's a very impressive city, and there are scholars around every corner.
Aren't you a part of the prince's family? I believe I saw you with the governor.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for deal.
Atuai. Siens radidau quint.
What?
Dadagudach me in.
Attention, soldier!
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny?
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladimir. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
So you are a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass! Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
Так, она кто? Сиора может сражаться легким оружием и творить дальнобойную стихийную магию. Богато.
My regards, Your Excellency.
Что у вас здесь интересного? Какой-то архив.
Onol Manawi, do you need something?
О том, похожи ли вы на островитян?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renagse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
Спросить, нравитесь ли вы ей внешне?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Привлекательный.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renagse. Anything else?
Дохойный. Так, о ее отце.
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you.
Beautiful waves and nice wind, don't you think?
Все выше и выше.
It's blocked.
Блин. Обратно. Сейчас женщина подумает, что за больной ублюдок. Картины, блин, шикарные.
There you are, dear cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Lions, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there is a way to negotiate a ceasefire, the time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, dear cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, dear cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Ничего мне там понадавали зданий. Еще поболтать.
Cousin, what can I do for you?
О родителях.
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. But I don't miss them. My father's next letter will certainly be full of his usual disdain. As for my mother, you know her. She's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noticed my absence.
Any news of your parents?
No. My father's... she's...
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
Сиора. Денейгат и младшая дочь Бладнит, вождя клана Гайсрат. Красных копий из деревни Ведрайс. Эта гордая молодая женщина очень привязана к своей матери, своему народу. Она не испытывает ненависти к поселенцам и даже наоборот желает узнать больше об их жизни. Вам могут пригодиться ее обширные знания о культуре островитян и магические способности. Сорян.
I don't have the key.
Третьего уровня. Здесь ваше все. Чё хоромы-то? Угу. Ключ от кабинета Константина.
I don't have the key.
Прикольно.
Desade, do you have a moment? Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy, but I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and we only know a tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchants' travels. Alas, I'm slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camps here and there. So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene? Bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island, and your uncle wishes to know more about them. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, Desade.
Ну и название. Глендамвар. Ага, спасибо, что напомнили. Удобно.
It's blocked.
Что мешает?
Good day, Lady Morange. Do you remember me?
Of course. Sir de Sardet, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
Об острове.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
Об островитянах.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
Об отношениях с другими странами.
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Так, а это что? Персонаж с заданием. Здесь я пройду.
I need a bit of practice.
Понятно.
Can you help me? Bertir to mad on Olmenawi.
What?
Why are you dressed like this?
Hello. I'm not one of your people. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate? Is that someone important?
Indeed. I'm in charge of diplomatic relationships with other nations.
So you'll be able to help me. My chief sent me to trade some items with your village, but there are these Bod Irony who do not want me to set up shop here.
These what?
Bod Irony, the Ironbacks, the warriors who protect this village. Every time I come, they take my items without giving me anything in exchange. Please, I don't understand how things work here.
Very well. Stay here. I'll try to clear this up.
Adlo Redar on Olmenawi. May the earth always be sturdy under your footsteps.
Так, это у нас таверна монетной стражи. Это что? Реванщица. 8. Деревня.
Beautiful day, don't you think, Your Excellency?
What can I pour for you?
О его впечатлениях об острове.
Have you been on New Serene for quite some time then?
You could say that. I was on the first boat over, same time as Lady Morange herself. When we set foot on the docks, there was nothing here but a fort made of wood. I was a soldier back in the day, but it turned out we needed more craftsmen than men of the sword. So I went to work building the place. And then I took my chances running this here establishment. Anything else?
How is business faring?
Well, extremely well, in fact. Place is always packed. Nothing like the taverns on the continent completely empty since the Malachor hit us. Of course, seeing as it's mostly sailors and soldiers in here, there's a bad fight now and again. we get some pretty rough brawls. But at least it's not like we're living in some cemetery. Anything else?
I heard there are some interesting activities down in the basement.
Really? Well, that'd be news to me.
It was a friend of mine who told me about it. A friend who loves his cards.
If you're also a player, then yes, it might be something you'd appreciate. You'll even find pleasant company as well, if you're feeling alone and have some coin to part with. Anything else?
Nothing, thanks. I'm not thirsty.
This part of the establishment is reserved for regular customers who paid an entry fee. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
Very well. Goodbye, Sol.
Ну и хрен с ним. Потом как-нибудь зайдем.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
Поговорить о товарах, отправленных в Сирену.
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the port authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They're already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A colored mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
Поговорить о торговце-островитянине.
I met an islander in the streets who was complaining to me about the guard's behavior.
Really?
It would seem that patrols have confiscated the goods he was hoping to sell several times.
Oh, I see. Indeed, I've been told about this man. The problem, Your Excellency, is that our orders are strict. Merchants who do not have a patent ratified by the minister cannot sell their goods in the street. And since your islander doesn't have one, I doubt he even knows what it is, my men have no choice but to confiscate his knickknacks.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. I'll talk to the minister.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damn cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
Сейчас сбегаем, посмотрим, что там. Северная дорога. Путешествие. Тирфради состоит из нескольких регионов, соединенных между собой. В своих странствиях вы будете находить лагеря, в которых можно отдыхать и быстро перемещаться между регионами. Дойдя до конца дороги, выберите пункт назначения рядом с крупными городами Стоят караванщики, которые помогают быстро добраться из одного города в другой. Фига себе красиво.
Greetings! Do you want to travel without tiring yourself out? My caravan goes through all the cities. So, where should I drop you?
Thanks, but I'd rather...
One armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Где чё? Ага.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
Спросите о его обязанностях.
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine about business matters, and I make sure that all business contracts are established properly and are favorable to us. I am responsible for setting taxes on goods based on their value, among other things. It is an exciting job that requires the utmost care. Would you like anything else?
Поговорите о торговце-островитянине.
I would like to talk to you about an islander who's trying to set up shop in our city. Since he doesn't have a patent, his wares get confiscated as soon as he receives them.
And you want me to provide him with the said patent? I would be delighted to show you the procedure to follow so that we may study his request. You'll understand that we cannot give an authorization without having determined the value of the goods beforehand. We must determine the tax rate according to this value, determine the best emplacement for this business. In short, these things take time. A lot of time.
Убедите его ускорить процедуру.
I'm certain that my cousin will be delighted to hear that our relations with the natives are progressing in a significant way. And he will probably be very grateful to the minister who helped their first merchant to set up shop in our city.
Indeed. I seem to recall reading a circular on the necessity of establishing good relations with the natives. We could accelerate things by leaving some formalities for later.
I would think so too.
Very well. In that case,
Не зря плащик купил.
patent that will allow your protege to legally pursue his activity in the city. You should give him this copy. The other one will be kept in the archives. However, one of my representatives will visit his stall for the estimation and to determine the tax rate in accordance with the...
Thanks a lot, Minister. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Дать бумаги. Дальше вы не пройдете, пока не получите бумаги.
If you will excuse me, my
You came back. Something terrible happened.
What is it? I was just bringing you the patent you needed to set up shop.
The Bud Irony came back, and they took my cousin away. He came to bring us animal pelts and new objects from the village. But the warriors came back. They took everything he was bringing me. And they also took him. I don't know what they will do with him. Please, bring him back to me.
I don't see why they would have arrested your cousin, but I'll try to find out.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Узнать, что стало с братом торговца.
I've come to see you again to talk about the islander merchant. I managed to obtain a license for him, but he informed me that while I was taking care of this, his cousin, who was making a delivery for him, was arrested.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. Especially considering you've managed to obtain an official authorization for him. I'm afraid my men ran out of patience when they saw this hunter making deliveries for the merchant again. They wanted to confiscate his cargo, but the lad resisted and he was thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. If you want to set him free, that's where you must go. Sorry, again, Your Excellency. I should have known you'd managed to obtain the necessary license for your protégé and told the patrol.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Well now, a visit. Can I help you with something?
Whatever is a doctor of the Bridge Alliance doing in the barracks of the New Serene Coin Guard?
I was posted here from the University of Al-Sad, as per their agreement with the Guard.
Agreement? What sort of agreement?
The Guard requested dedicated doctors for the care of their troops. The University accepted under two conditions: that the doctors practice only in the territories of the Bridge or her allies, and that we have the privilege of examining all of their corpses, in the interest of anatomical study. These requests were made official thanks to the Agreement Charter, and I must say we have been able to increase our knowledge of anatomy immensely. Anything else?
That is all, thank you.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a prisoner, a native who should have been brought here recently.
You're a bit late. He was sent to fight in the arena.
In the arena? So this man was judged? Who pronounced the sentence?
Whoa there! Do you really think that we would organize a proper trial for a savage?
Вот гондоны.
Attack some guards. He's lucky he won't gun down right there and then. At least in the arena, he has a chance of survival since apparently he's a hunter.
This man was only defending the goods he was bringing to his cousin. And now he has to fight for his life.
I have no hand in this. I'm not the one who made this decision. They brought him here and then they took him away, that's all.
What did you do with the goods he had with him?
They got confiscated, put in the storeroom like all the rest. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Это товары, да? Победить на арене. Что тут у вас?